Okay, I'm going to talk to you about making present participles when you end up with three vowels next to each other, the spelling change that has to happen. So for example, if it's an ER verb and you want to make it a present participle, you want to turn it to an ing word, you add iendo to it. So here we have leer. So if I want to change it from read to reading, I get rid of that ER and replace it with iendo. And the problem that I have is now I have three vowels next to each other, which is something that in Spanish they don't usually like to have, three vowels that say their names. So you're going to change that I to a Y. And that's going to be the same thing that happens with caer. So if I want to change caer from fall to falling, I would get rid of that ER and make it iendo. And again, you can see that I end up with three vowels next to each other, and I need to then change my I to a Y. And down here with traer, the same thing would happen if I want to change it from bring to bringing. I add iendo, and I again end up with three vowels next to each other. And so I would need to change my I to a Y. And the same thing would happen with oír. If I want to change it from hear to hearing, I add iendo, and I would end up with three vowels next to each other. And again, I would change that I to a Y. Seguir, however, is a little bit special because the same thing is going to happen. But one of those vowels does not say its name. So if you'll notice up here, all the vowels were saying their name. The U right here, this little guy right here, is silent. And because he is silent, he doesn't count as an extra vowel. So when I add the endings on, it does have another spelling change that E changes to an I, but that's a different rule. I don't have to worry about adding a Y, even though I have three vowels next to each other, because one of those vowels is silent.